Hold on. Let me change the title. Hold on. Alright. There. Stream today. Oh my god. Uh Fucking voice just like, you know, my voice just got wrecked by my fucking acid reflux. God damn it. I didn't think what I was eating would have required me to fucking, take a fucking Tums pill. I didn't think it would require me to do that shit, but like, here I am. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, no, my fucking voice is now like wrecked. I'm gonna see if I can if I can survive for a little bit longer, but my god. God damn it. I hate when that fucking happens. Oy vey. Alright. Yeah, no stream today, so just gonna let everybody know. So and this is actually like real, no stream today, I promise. So this isn't like me talking for like 20 minutes and being like, you know, telling people that there's no stream. Like, there is legit no stream today. So, you know, for everyone that is normally here. I don't think there is anybody, but I don't think anybody's in here tonight telling people that there's no stream. Like, okay, good. I don't think anybody's coming in. Good, good, good. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, perfect. Yeah, for anybody watching the pod, yes, there is no stream today, so it's fair warning. And no stream today. Third. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. Fuck it. If there's, you know what? Hold on. Let me, you know what? Fuck it. If there is anybody in here at all today, then I'll stream. How about that? Fuck. God damn it. I was really hoping that wasn't the truth. Hi, Kabeko. Fuck. I fucking killed my fucking GERD killed my throat earlier, so I'm like now freaking trying to recover from it. What the hell? This guy found my YouTube? What the fuck? This guy found my YouTube? Oh shit. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, one of the voice actors I haven't paid yet. Like, or, like, it wasn't even that I haven't paid, I just, like, well, I haven't. I haven't paid this guy because, like, I wasn't using his voice for the thing. But I think he re-recorded it. Oh, fuck, he did re-record it. Oh shit, this guy re-recorded everything. I didn't... Fuck.
Register.
Oh, man. Fuck, I don't wanna... You know what? I don't know. Maybe I should just use both versions. At least pay the guy. Because, like, I paid a different person, right? I paid a different person for their impression. But this guy also did one? I'm so confused. Oh my lord. Fucking throat. Jeez Louise. Boy, vey. I don't understand what the fuck made my GERD act up. It's just chicken, cheese, and like, I don't think there's any red sauce in this. Hold on, what is in this? Exactly. What made my GERD act up? Oh fuck, this has sour cream in it. That probably is what fucked it up. Hold on. No. Hold on. What the fuck is in it? What the fuck is in this? I swear to God, I thought it was just chicken, cheese, and like some other stuff. Hold on. I gotta figure out what the hell was in this. This like this is from last night that I had because I put in the fridge because I had leftovers. So hold on. Let me figure this out here. Dude. Alright, hold on. Oh, that's the cart. Hold on, I'm looking at past history real quick of my thing. Okay, how many people are exactly here? Let me see. I'm sorry. Here, I'll activate text-to-speech right now, so at least y'all can talk to me. Wait, no, Kabeko left. Oh, okay. Sweet. Then I guess I won't stream today.
Okay, bye. Take care, fellas.
Oh, okay. You have a good night, Kabeko. Okay. Alright, cool. So, I guess...
Take care.
You too. Alright. If nobody's on stream today, then I'm just gonna... Hi, Warjackal. Never mind. How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? I wasn't planning on streaming today, but then people keep coming in, so then I'm like, okay, maybe I will. I didn't notify my Discord yet.
I'm so here.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, my fucking... Alright, you know what? I don't want to notify my Discord because then it's like, then it'll just kind of tell people, it's like, okay, hey, you know, everybody, I'm live, and then everybody will jump in.
Would you rather beat people with hammers or stab them with knives?
What the fuck? What kind of... are they evil? Or are they good? Are they innocent or are they evil? Like, are they built like, let me be honest. Are they like billionaire greedy CEO jackasses? Like, is that what I'm like, is that what the comparison is? Because if it's that, sure. But like, if it's just innocent people, neither. I don't want to kill innocent people. I don't do that.
What would you choose if they were innocent?
Would I choose if they're innocent? Nothing. I don't want to kill people.
What choice do you have?
Every choice. I don't want to kill people. I don't kill innocent people. You know, guilty people, on the other hand, you know, that's a different scenario. Allegedly, of course, you know. Allegedly. You know, but I don't kill innocent people. I wouldn't do that. You know, no. It's like, you can't just make me kill innocent people.
Just don't stab them super hard and they should be fine.
No, they should.
Hi, Twitch.
No, I wouldn't do that either way. I'm not gonna do that. That's such a psychopath question. I'm not gonna just like...
Or don't beat them with a hammer super hard.
No, then that... Oh my god.
Hi, YouTube.
I'd rather just do neither. I don't even want to answer that question because that's just like psychopathic. Like, that's like what like a shooter would say, like a, you know, mass shooter would say. They would like kill, like, you know, I don't want to... What do you call it? I don't want to do anything terrible to innocent people.
Holy shit. Cheesecake.
Simple as that.
It's from a meme, I think.
It's from a meme? Well, that meme is from a psychopath. Nobody
I'm quoting something.
Yeah. Nobody should be even saying that as a joke. I'm like, innocent... That's purely innocent people. What the fuck?
I'm not crazy, I promise.
I know, yeah, well, hopefully not. You know? Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. Whoever the fuck posted that should be ashamed of themselves.
I've not yet perished.
I guess it works in a meme context, but like that's
You could give me a hammer and trust me not to beat people with it.
Yeah, but that's like...
Hi.
That's also not funny. Like, being like,
Hi,
hey, would you rather would you rather commit murder or commit genocide? Like commit genocide and commit murder. I'm like, neither is a good
I'm not the-
option. Why is that funny? I'm like, that's not a funny joke. Like, I get the idea of like dumb nonsensical humor, but like if there's no joke or punchline, like I don't know. Just no. I would not do that at all. Excuse me. Sorry, my GERD is still fucking acting up, so. Tums are still trying to kick in.
Wanna hear a joke?
I swear if it's the
The whole
same.
meme thing is, I don't want to beat people with hammers or stab them with knives, but what choice do I have?
Yeah, but like,
Sure.
why would you even come up with that hypothetical? I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't.
Maybe I'm too sensitive, but like, I don't want to even think about that. I don't think about that because that's
All I can do is parrot things 3.
that's like brutal. It's just like so brutal. I don't want to even think about that, you know. Says the guy.
Have you seen the documentary about constipation?
Constipate. There's a document. I don't want to watch that either. Why would anyone want to watch a documentary about constipation?
I don't like violence.
I don't either. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I like cartoon violence. I don't like real life violence.
Okay, just kidding, I got 2 ads in a row, I am feeling murderous now. Not really JK.
Unless they're like kicking the ass of someone that actually deserves it. Let me say that. Like, it's very contextual with that kind of thing, right? If they're all people that have done like terrible things and like aren't, you know, human, if that makes any sense.
Just wanted to
which is
update you on the
pretty
fact that I
hard
haven't
to
died
do.
yet. I haven't. It hasn't come out yet.
I gotcha.
Have a good night.
All right. You have a good night, Zen. Appreciate you hopping on by. Okay, now I have people.
I don't think I can carry a hammer.
I have people hopping in the chat like crazy now. Now I have to stream. But what if I don't have to today? You know? What if I don't, you know? What if I don't stream today? Does that sound good to everybody? Should I not stream today?
Good night. Happy face.
Good night. You going? Oh, never mind. Sorry, you're saying good night to Zed. Anyway, how was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Hold on.
What's your mood at?
What's my mood at? I want to stream, but I'm like freaking my throat is like dying because I fucking
Then that will be okay.
my GERD
Hello again,
acted
fellas.
up. So, you know,
It's all been there.
it's all been there. Yeah. I am here, right?
Hello.
So, and I should do. Ow! What was that? What the fuck was that? Felt like something just bit me. What the fuck was that? Or like pinched something. What the hell? Ow. Anyway. Whatever.
I suddenly want ice.
No, don't call them over. They'll raid the home, you know, don't they raided the Home Depot a few days ago. I don't think you want that right now. Ba-doom-ching. Anyway. Sorry, I'll stay away from the politics.
Okay, wait, no, the meme was from a short animated film about how the government doesn't care about real problems and how people are treated like bad people for not taking care of their mental health well enough.
What? Okay, hold on. That is severely different. Hold on. Okay, wait. No.
Crunchy ice.
Excuse me. Crunchy ice. Mm.
Anyway, fellas. I removed lag from the Binding of Isaac yesterday. I just removed some mods.
Ooh. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, wait, no, the meme was from a short animated film about how the government doesn't care about real problems, and how people are treated like bad people for not taking care of their mental health well enough. It's called reality. Fucking yeah,
I want eat ice.
that's called reality, bro. Like straight up. The sad part is like most of people that don't actually like they don't care unless they actually get like deal with this problem themselves, right? Oh, and police are corrupt. Yeah, police have always been corrupt. Yeah, no shit. You know, police have always been bad, and they don't work for you. They don't do stuff for citizens. The whole point of the police structure is to protect like large businesses, specifically the most successful businesses, because it's supposed to be like because the contributions for police stations come from giant corporations. So, shit, I want to go rewatch that BRB. Okay. Even though like our taxes also pay for it, which is fucking so bizarre because our taxes shouldn't be paying for it if we're not like, you know, if it's only meant for corporations, rich white folk. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it's not even necessarily for them either, because it's like technically, even if it does happen there, the only reason why they're nicer is because corporations are like, hey, don't arrest the rich white people, because then they'll move out, and then like, you know, they'll move out and then they won't spend money at like Target or something, right? Because if they move away somewhere else, then that business doesn't get their they won't get the money from the rich white people anymore, right? You know, it's like they won't get it from the suburban moms, right? You know, the soccer ass moms. So corporations appeal to where the money is. Yeah, and the police follow, sadly. So, yeah. Why does anyone want power? I want to be a house cat and sleep on a warm bed. People want power because they're evil. Humanity is naturally evil. Yeah, humanity is just naturally fucking evil. Like, easily. To relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers. Yeah. Yeah, they will... What do I call it? Yeah, yeah, it's just white people. I don't know. To be honest, luckily, for the past, you know, luckily, the line has
That was the
been...
wrong time to hee.
The line
The
being...
Half-Life 2 Green cast though.
Yeah, the line being blurred...
I'm at my desk. Cardboard box desk.
The line being blurred is like, how you say it, or the lines being blurred is a good thing, but, like, being blurred over the years is, like, a crazy, like, good setup, but, unfortunately, the test of being, or what to call it, unfortunately, they're trying to bring back segregation and shit, which is not good. Because, like, crazy enough, quality of life improves when you have a diverse group of people that live around each place, right? You know, it's kind of good when, like...
I like to draw furries on my desk.
Good for you? Question mark? I get, like... that is actually an interesting thing to... I remember little doodles on desks used to be more, how you say it? Used to just be like the S's, you know? That's what it used to be. So, like, actually seeing probably really creative things on desks probably is actually, like, pretty awesome. Because, that was never a thing in my school. You know? I mean, it was. It just... Nobody ever really did anything. Except draw, like... People were really okay. Actually, no, that's a lie. there's two things that like, you know, that young people really
Who
like
knows what kind of milk?
like back in the day, right? It was the weird little symbol things that like every person used to do, and like the S thing, and stickman figures with guns. For some odd reason, teenagers back in the day, when I was a teenager, really liked stickmans with guns. Like stickmen. Like just with guns. For some like obsessed with guns, violence, and stickmen. I don't know what it was that was so appealing to us and Matt, but for some odd reason, like stickmen and guns and violence, guns and stickmen were
Yep.
the shit back in the day. I don't like everyone did it because they knew like it was popular at the time, and it worked. It weirdly worked, and like it's kind of fucking crazy to me nowadays that those same people that do that now make like fucking AAA games, you know? They make like some fucking insano games, you know? Or even just indie games, right? Like really good indie games and shit. It's just insane to me that these people just make like the fucking like quality ass games with some good story behind it, you know? And they're still doing that shit to this day, right? So, and honestly, good. I'm glad. I'm glad they are, because holy balls, is it great to
Oh.
is it great to see these guys like making, you know, to be honest, I like video games. I think everybody does. But Flash is dead? Not really. You can go on the Internet Archive and like, you know, play any Flash game. So, and again, you can just first off, everything has Ruffle now, and second off, you can literally just get the Flash downloader and it'll just work again. So every Flash game is easily brought back if you just get the Flash downloader thing again. So yeah,
Wayback Machine.
no, Internet Archive, Wayback Machine, I guess too, but you know. But if you get the Flash downloader as well, like I said, you could you could play, and you could do anything with Flash again. Or you can do all of the Flash stuff again. So, it's not completely gone. It just kind of is a little harder to do, but it takes like 2 steps. You'll be fine. Hold on, I'm trying to go to the videos because like I got sidetracked, and trying to make sure I'm adding all these videos again. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Okay. This one definitely. Well, then this one. Ew. Ew. Oh no. Okay, no, it's just a shit post. Okay. I was like, did y'all just
Ice flavored cheesecake.
I was about to like lose my shit if y'all sent me like an AI generative fucking slop. You guys didn't. Okay. No, you did. Well, actually, I don't know. Is this? Yeah, it is. It is, but it's a shit post, which is interesting. It's like a shit post, but making fun of the AI slop, so that's fine. That works. So, um, anyway, sorry, I'm trying to like get everything set up for this whole thing. Uh, uh, I forgot to fucking set this shit up before, so I'm regretting it right now. No, don't play. Pause. Please. Thank you. Alright. And this one.
Robert.
Robert. Who's Robert? Who's Robert? This one makes me angry. Which one? sorry, I'm adding the videos on this thing because I probably forgot to do it previously. So I'm just doing this ahead of time. Alright.
That rock.
That rock? What rock? What rock are you talking about? This is the ultimate showdown. Anyway. Um, and put my hands up a day to song. Butterflies fly away. Something about a pail making a fighty whale. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what this one is about. Oh boy. Oh, yes, okay.
You haven't seen Marcus?
And see Marcus? Marcus nuts in your mouth? Color on that sucked ass. Well, they were trying to make a D's nuts joke, so I tried to see if I could predict it.
Ice.
Hmm. Delicious. Ah, shit. Okay. I fucking exhausted myself from fucking almost like dying by like dry heaving. That's had trouble just breathing in general, which also didn't help.
What? Why?
Oh, GERD. GERD does that where you're like, where it's like if my acid reflux goes like up to something, I don't know why, like I just have trouble just breathing sometimes. Like, and that's the thing, is I already got checked out, like it's GERD. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but you know, I'm supposed to be like, if I eat anything terrible or anything that I'm not supposed to, I'm supposed to take like an acid, you know, an acid reducer, right? Which I've been doing for a lot of things, or not a lot of things. I only do it for, but I'm only supposed to do it for like things that give me like heartburn and shit, right? This tech didn't give me heartburn. I wasn't like
Maybe you should
feeling,
have eaten those tomatoes.
I wasn't feeling it, right? Like that's the thing, is I wasn't even feeling it, like feeling anything. And then all of a sudden, just like a little mini attack came at me. It wasn't really bad like the first time, but like this time it was just like a little small one. And I'm like, fuck, man. Shit fucking sucks ass when that shit happens. I don't know exactly why it happens. Like, I didn't even know why it happened because I'm not sure what's in the food right now. Because I swear to God, I did not eat anything that was like, that could cause acid reflux. Let me see. Maybe I did. That's why I'm like, that's why I was looking at the ingredients. I'm gonna look at the ingredients right now because like, because I got like quick service food, right? So I'm like, I got like, I know that's fast food, but I swear I got stuff off of it that wasn't supposed to give me GERD. Or that wasn't supposed to make my GERD react, because tomatoes definitely do that shit. So I'm trying to figure out what else could have done that. Let's see. So I swapped out the beef with chicken, so that was fine. Then lettuce, I can have that. Cheese, nacho cheese, I guess. What's in nacho cheese? Hold on. Is there something tomatoey in nacho cheese? Hold on. It's typically a nacho cheese. What is in nacho cheese? Is that what it was, maybe? Ingredient. Sorry, I'm like looking this shit up because I'm like, maybe the
Color every time you say, good, all I can think is get good. I'm going insane inside my own brain.
GERD. All I can get is get GERD. Yeah, well, it's GERD, and it's just and it sucks, you know, once you have it. I mean, it's not that bad, honestly. It just sometimes you get like a huge scare when it happens. Let's see. Cho cheese, milk, cream, chili powder, cumin. Chili powder can make me react a little bit, but nothing that crazy. Cayenne pepper. Ah, fuck. Ah, balls. Okay. Nacho cheese normally has hot sauce put into it. Fucking, and that's tomato. God damn it. Really? Really? So I'm just not allowed to have nacho cheese? Motherfucker, dude. Really? Okay, what else
Balls.
is on it? Yeah, balls is right. God damn it, dude. Really? Wow, okay. That sucks. Fuck tomatoes, got him. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope what? What are you saying nope to? Yeah, I just didn't fucking recognize, like, it's like fucking nacho cheese has fucking tomatoes in it. What the, or like not tomato, it has hot sauce in it. I didn't even fucking recognize that. It says it can be an option though. So like, I'm assuming that's what fucking, you know, I'm assuming, because yesterday I got Taco Bell, right? But like, I didn't have any reaction. But then today, I had like, but to like, and then obviously I had leftovers, and then I put it like in the freaking, how do you say, it had to be something else. There's no fucking way. Because then, even then, it would have like I would have like a reaction, like I would have a reaction a lot later. So I wouldn't be getting it from this specifically though. So it might be from something previously, honestly. I don't know if I ate anything spicy before that though. I'm trying to think here. What did I eat that was spicy before that? You know, color, I tried to stop you / heavy J. Yeah. I'm trying to think exactly what I had. Did I have something spicy earlier? Let's see. Let's think about it. I had a chicken burrito. I had some fries.
Spicy.
I had some fries. And oh, fuck. Oh, no, I know exactly what I had today. I had fries, but I dipped in fucking ketchup. That's why. Oh my god. Yeah, no fucking shit. No shit, I had a reaction today. That's probably why. And I had a banana, because usually bananas, like, calm down GERD for some odd reason. So, I don't know exactly why. Yeah, but that should have been counteracting to that. You know what? Did I have fruit after I had some chips? I think. What did I have previously? You know what? I know exactly what I had. Hold on. Let me look at the ingredients. No, I don't know. Oh, you know what? No. No, you know what fucking gave me that reaction? No. You know what gave me that reaction? I had fucking hot Cheetos earlier. That's why. God damn it. Right. Right. Duh. Never mind. Okay, it wasn't the fucking Taco Bell. It was the fucking, wasn't that Taco Bell, it was the fucking hot Cheetos earlier. Which I should have taken a fucking tablet for. But it's weird because I should have reacted a lot earlier than if that's the case. So I don't know. Like I said, I have no fucking idea what causes it sometimes. You know. If only I was there. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It was a very tiny, mini, small one. Like, I had a huge reaction to it, but like...
I could have. I don't know. Thrown your table. I don't know what to do.
Well, here's the thing. God damn it. Here's the issue. It was like, what happened is like, I had a very small mini one. Because it didn't like, it's like I burped, but like, it wasn't like a burp. It was like, you know, it comes without warning, right? So I had this like little small burp and then it just like, it traveled up my throat, but it didn't hurt. It wasn't as bad as last time. It just was fucking like a little small one that like still destroyed me, but not as bad as the last one, if that makes any sense. Because the last one, it went all the way up and then like shit just kept going. So, you know, I don't know. It's annoying because what used to happen is I used to just barf up like some of the acid, but now my body is like, oh yeah, it's like that stuff. Nah, you're just gonna have that. You're just gonna not be able to get rid of that anymore. Like, oh okay, thanks body, appreciate that. Not. So. My favorite flavor of Monster has milk in it. Yeah, a lot of things do. A lot of things have milk in it. Most things will say contains milk or soy. So. Most things, at least. Not everything, but a good chunk. Okay. Anyway. Alright. Alrighty. Let's go down the list. Let's pull up the list. And I will not say... Oh, yes! Speaking of fucking list, by the way. Alright. Earlier fucking today, I went to my fucking Google Docs while I was looking at, like, the script that I sent to the fucking voice actors, right? Alright. I know that this one is fully public. Which one of you fuckers... Alright, hold on. Like, this is important. Which one of you decided that it would be really funny to freaking make... where is it? To make a fucking shrimp list. What is this? What did you, like, I know what this is referencing. I literally, like, earlier today,
To the edit history.
I went to the this, and I was like, what the fuck is happening here? And then this is just called Poe. So it's like, okay, it's, what is this? I'm like, what the fucking color shrimp, like, I saw color shrimp list. This was definitely something different before, I'm pretty sure. And then I just, like, went down this. Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Humble Jones, you know, Thomasina. Who the fuck is Thomasina? I don't know who the fuck Redacted is. Like, I know what this list is based off of. Why is iShow Speed, like, what? Like, I get the joke, but, like, what? I get the list that this is based off of, but why did you put YouTubers here? Like, what? I don't understand. Why does this have to do with shrimp? Like, what is... like, someone took time to do this, by the way. Someone had to take time to do this. I don't, like, someone just legit was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking make this into something fucking... I'm gonna make a list for YouTubers, I think. I think these are all YouTubers. Yeah, look, fucking Dr. Disrespect is here next to Corpse Husband. Jesus Christ, man. Like, good lord, man. Not all these people deserve to be on this list. Jeez Louise. I don't get it at all. I don't know either. Well, I know what it's referencing, right? Like, it's like, because this format is the same as the fucking Epstein files. Allegedly, of course, you know, all alleged. So, like, but someone fucking took the time to, like, and I don't get what else you're referencing here. Like, why is Dahi Denogla here? Like, you guys know these YouTubers, so it's like, who the fuck is Onion Boy? I don't know, dude. It's fucking crazy. Oh, is that, okay, never mind, I know who that is. Okay. What? Hasmongold, Elix, Summit, Nick Merckx, Tifu's here? TK30, jeez Louise, dude. My god. Like, have all these people been under controversy? Is this the why? Like, is this all the people that have been involved in controversy? Because Mr. Beast has been involved in controversy. PewDiePie has been involved in controversy because he's said the N-word. Markiplier, I don't think Markiplier's been in controversy, has he? A lot of people don't like Markiplier, but, like, I don't see why. I think they're just jealous that they can be, like, they can't be a sexy, goofy man, you know? That dude fucking has the fucking sexiness of a supermodel, but the freaking, you know, but the like goofiness of a cartoon character. So, you know, who's Humble Jones? Who's Thomasina? I know iShow Speed has gotten in some shit. KSI definitely has. Valkyrie, that sounds familiar. XQC, obviously. Kai Cenat obviously gets in some crazy shit. Tommy Innit has gotten in some problems. Dream, Ludwig, of course. Waits Critical has gotten involved in some controversy? Yeah, right, the charity thing. Amaranth, yep. Shroud, yep. Ninja, yep. Tim the Tap Man. I've heard of it, but I don't remember what it was. Pokimane, yep. Sykkuno, yep. Corpse Husband, yep. Dr. Disrespect. Corpse Husband got doxxed, though. I don't remember exactly what was the issue with him, though. Cypher, Nick A30, Tifu, yep. Nick Merckx, I don't know who that is. Summit 1G, I don't know. Asmongold, for fucking sure. Elix, I don't know who that is. Onion Boy, most fucking definitely. The Grefeg, Rubius, Fernello. I'm trying to see how many of these people I actually know. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. I am assuming that all of these people have been involved in controversy before. You know. Controversy one way or the other, right? You know. Big Star, oh god. W2S, I don't know who that is, but, well, the name sounds familiar, but I don't know exactly.
Wait, how many names? Is it just 50?
No, it's fucking 91. Why am I here? What the fuck? Who thought? Why am I fucking here? What did I do? I mean, I know everyone fucking hates me, but good god. Who the fuck is the agent? Why am I'm next to Point Crow. Oh, yeah. I'm flattered that I'm next to Point Crow, but Jesus Christ, man. What the hell? Who, like, who the fuck did this?
How could they do that to you?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know what this is. Like, that's the thing is, I think it's like content creators that have been involved in controversy, whether it's like big or small. Because like, I know this guy. I know Morgs has. I know Preston has. You know, Ryan's World, obviously, like, fucking their parents, right? Dude Perfect. I don't know if they have, but it's so weird. Does the edit history reveal the real name? What edit history? Can it show the edit history? Like the Gmail? I don't think so. I don't think so. They can remain anonymous. So, I have no fucking idea. I don't think so, but that's just crazy.
If you're an editor, you can see the edit history.
Eh. It's whatever. I don't know. I just fucking thought it was weird. It's not like it's worth that amount of time. I don't know. It's fine. It's just fucking wild. Like, that someone took the time and time and energy to do it. Oh, you already watched Katie Cruz? No, I know who they are. I know who they are because I watched a different video off of it. But this is the original, so one of the like this the one you sent me was the original one, so but we're not even there yet. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna skip the AI thing today. Hold on. I'm gonna skip the AI thing today. We'll go to something different. Oh. You know what? We'll listen a little bit. If it gets really political, then we'll if it gets political about like specific people, then we'll just like, you know, we'll skip it, but you know. Okay, it would be nice to have volume though. You know, hold on.
Democracy might be mathematically impossible. This
Oh, how so?
isn't a value judgment, a comment about human nature.
AI, more like AI, don't want to watch that. Well, it's not AI, it's just there's another person talking about like it's Hank Green talking about like, you know, people that I guess got mad at him about the AI bubble thing, even though literally the dude pulls up stats so often, and Hank Green doesn't really like, you know, he doesn't really like using his, like, even though he's heavily qualified in economical issues like that, he doesn't really want to waste his time with, like, stuff like that, so, but the fact that he even responded to stuff like that just shows that he is, you know, he's definitely got his heart in the right place for sure.
Nor a statement about how rare and unstable democratic societies have been in the history of civilization. Our current attempt at democracy, the methods we're using to elect our leaders, are fundamentally irrational. And this is a well-established mathematical fact.
Really?
This is a video about the math that proved that fact and led to a Nobel Prize. It's a video about how
Oh, that kind of fact. Okay.
groups of people make decisions.
I mean, it's pretty easy to honestly give an answer for that. It's the fact that we're in a republic democracy, not a direct democracy, and soon probably no democracy, but yeah, direct democracies usually do the best because direct democracy is a person-by-person basis rather than a republic democracy where, how do you say it? Where a small group, where you choose that a small group of people that get to vote if, like, if, you know, your decision was the right decision, even though, like, that just should be a thing. Like, people should have a direct democracy, like, no matter what. But, I don't know. It's more of a, definitely, like, a way that they use to make sure that people, like, rely off of them type thing. So, just saying. It worked well back then, but it only worked well when it was, when the US was first formed, because, how you say it, 'cause back then, people had to figure out how to work their own system, you know, because they didn't have the UK anymore, so the UK wasn't, like, fucking demolishing them. There was just, people that decided to... I say it was just people that, like, that didn't really know how government worked because they just overthrew one. Like, you know, so that's...
and the pitfalls that our voting systems fall into.
Tell us about it, please.
One of the simplest
There's a
ways to
lot
hold
of
an election
problems.
is to ask the voters to mark one candidate
Hello again,
as
fellas.
their favorite on a ballot.
Okay, hold on. Hi, how you doing, Quebeco? Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, sorry, hold on. Let's see.
One of the simplest ways to hold an election is to ask the voters to mark one candidate as their favorite on a ballot.
Usually,
When the votes
yeah.
are counted, the candidate with the most votes wins the election. This is
Sometimes. Depends on, what do I call it? Depends on the scenario, but yeah, usually.
Known as first past the post voting.
Oh.
The name is kind of a misnomer, though. There is no post that any of the candidates need to get past. The winner is just the candidate with the most votes. This method likely goes back to antiquity. It has been
Yeah, but that's not our current thing in the US. We all vote for a guy, and then we have like a small group of people that right. We have a small group of people that's how do you say it? We have a small group of people that legit just say that, like, that's like, oh yeah, but this candidate would be better, even though we didn't vote for them. So, even though the vast majority didn't vote for them, it's fucking ridiculous. And this is how corruption is pretty easy with government. So,
been used to elect members of the House of Commons in England since the 14th century, and it's still a common voting system, with 44 countries in the world using it to elect its leaders. 30 of these countries were former British colonies. The US, being a former British colony, still uses first past the post in most of its states to elect their representatives to the Electoral College. But first past the post has problems. If you are selecting representatives in a parliament, you can and frequently do get situations where the majority of the country did not vote for the party that ends up holding the power. In the last 100 years, there were 21 times a single party held a majority of the seats in the British Parliament, but only 2 of those times did the majority of the voters actually vote for that party.
crazy, huh?
So a party which only a minority of the people voted for ends up holding all of the power in government.
This is also kind of the reason why we need multiple parties, not just 2 parties. Because far too often, 2-party systems fall into a dictatorship very easily. Not because of not because if one or the other is trying to get it. It's just, it's like when one gets really powerful, they fight, both of them fight to the death to try to get to become the new dictators of the country that they live in, because if there's, because it's easier to get rid of one part of the competition than it is to get rid of, how you say it, 20 different parties, right? That people vote for. It's usually pretty fucking annoying. And that's why the system is so kind of flawed. Oh my god. Fucking Christ.
Another thing that happens because of first past the post is that similar parties end up stealing votes from each other.
Yeah.
2000 U.S. presidential election, which was an election essentially between Al Gore and George W. Bush. At that point, every state in the nation used first past the post to determine the outcome of the election. Bush had more votes in Florida, but by a ridiculously slim margin. It was fewer than 600 votes. But there was another candidate on the ballot, Ralph Nader. Nader was a Green candidate. He was certainly to the left of either Gore or Bush.
And what we need is the upsurge of citizen concern, people concern, poor, rich, or middle class, to counteract.
It's gonna be one of those things where people that voted for him felt like they wasted their vote on someone, and and let Bush win, huh? Yeah, because then those people that would have voted for this guy instead, this guy would have actually voted as Al Gore for their second option. That's usually how it goes, right? Because usually people vote for someone, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, shit, I wasted my vote because now none of my candidates one of the candidates I didn't vote for is now just here, so now I don't care as much, or now I have even 2 worse decisions. This is how we get the shitty fucking, how we have shitty politicians even when it came to the presidency, because because of this stupid system. But yeah, I don't know.
The power of the special interest.
And he got almost 100,000 votes in Florida.
I just don't know if I can,
Yep.
with a conscience, vote for Bush or Gore.
I will vote for Ralph Nader.
Most of those voters
Yeah.
were devastated
Yeah, I bet.
that by
Shit.
voting for Nader rather than Gore, they ended up electing Bush.
Yeah.
This is what is called a spoiler effect.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all Nader voters preferred Gore to Bush, but in a first-past-the-post system, they had no way of expressing that preference.
Yeah. They're really... Yeah. God, man. He ain't wrong. There does definitely need to be, like, a system where it's, like... I don't know. There needs to be a system where, like, I guess he's about to tell us why the system is flawed. But there definitely needs to be, like, a new system for sure for voting, because clearly, like... Here's the thing. We need a new system that can stop, like, you know, like companies, like corporations, from paying politicians, because they only either need to vote for a Republican or pay a Republican or a Democrat, which means that, like, you know, whatever, they'll do whatever benefits them the most, right? But get this. If there was multiple parties, they probably wouldn't be able to, like, you know, they probably wouldn't be able to, they would have to spread their, like, the cash would have to be spread out so much, even for the corrupt people, that eventually, you know, or it would have to be spread out so much for, like, you know, even for the corrupt people, because, which would give the people that actually give a shit about their job a chance. That sounds crazy, but that feels like that would work a lot better, right? Because then corporations might not be able to pay their way to need a new thing. Jimmy here? Are you referencing me to Jimmy to friggin' the It's Wednesday, my dudes guy? I appreciate it. But like shit, that's a huge compliment, but thank you. But yeah. New thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just I mean the fact that we just end up how do you say it? Yeah, we need a new system in place. That's the thing, man. Affirmative. Well, thank you for that. I'm very surprised my fan base, or I'm very surprised I have an overlap. I appreciate it. Color, where's your avatar? I'm right here. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm literally right here. Is this a bit? Are y'all fucking with me? Is this revenge from yesterday? Anyway. Oh, sorry, my Halloween avatar. You're right. You're right. I have the wrong one on. Hold on. You're right. There we go. There we go. Here's my shitty Halloween version. Spooky. Anyway. Yeah. What was I saying? Also, how is work, Sebi Ripper? How is if you didn't work today, how's errands? And if you didn't do errands today, how's your day in general? I hope it went well for you. Tell me a bit about yourself, you know. If you're still here, of course. My YouTube is a minute behind, so I do apologize.
Because you could only vote for one candidate.
So
Yeah.
first past the post incentivizes voters to vote strategically.
Mm-hmm.
Say there are 5 parties.
Yes.
One of them will be the smallest one, and so they won't win.
No.
Why would you vote for them? This is also true if you have 4 parties or 3
Yeah.
parties. This winner-takes-all
Yikes.
voting system leads to a concentration of power in larger parties, eventually leading to a 2-party system. This effect is
Yeah, and that's what we have here. I do find it strange that other countries, like, are able to have this system where they have multiple parties, because I do want that kind of system here, but, you know.
common enough that it has a name. Duverger's Law.
Oh. Yeah. Huh. Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't know we were talking about, like, a literal writer. I didn't know that there was a law. I didn't know that, like... Alright, really pulling out our literacy skills here. I've never heard of that outside of, like... I've never heard of that, like, outside in the real world. I've heard it in real world. I know, like, the real world context. But the last time I read that, like, I even heard that phrase was from a sci-fi book that I was reading. Like, it was a cyberpunk book, let me be fucking honest. It was literally a book, like, that's just cyberpunk. Like, clearly the cyberpunk story that everybody knows about. I've not heard that since the fucking cyberpunk book I was reading. Like, I read, like, a few years ago. It's crazy. Anyway.
So first past the post isn't a great option. So what else could we do?
Well, we can say that a candidate can only win an election if they get a majority, at least 50% plus 1 of the vote. But what if we hold an election and no one gets a majority? We could go to the people who voted for the candidate with the fewest votes and ask them to vote again, but choose a different candidate. And we could repeat this process over and over, eliminating the smallest candidate.
That would take a lot of fucking work, and you'd have to get people, like... You'd have to get people to vote so often. I don't know if that would work that well. Don't get me wrong, some people would be voting, but not everybody. Most of the people that usually vote, though, are old people, but lately, young people have been voting a lot more lately because of all the issues happening. So, you know, that's crazy.
Until one candidate reaches a majority. But holding many elections is a big hassle. So instead, we could just ask voters to rank their preferences from their favorite to their least favorite. And if their favorite candidate gets eliminated, we go to their second preferences.
Yeah,
when the polls
sounds
close,
about right.
You count the voters' first choices. If
That's
any
true.
candidate has a majority of the votes, then they're the winner. But if no candidate has a majority, the candidate with the fewest votes gets eliminated, and their ballots are distributed to those voters' second preferences.
That's not a bad system, honestly.
And this keeps happening until one candidate has a majority of the votes.
This
not a
is
bad
mathematically
idea.
identical to holding repeated elections. It just saves the time and hassle, so it's
Yeah, a little number system, honestly. That sounds like that would actually work pretty well, because then everybody would be a little satisfied, right? Because then it's like, okay. Because I feel like, because that is actually true. The whole reason why, like, massive controversy happens and the reason why extremism becomes, like, such a common thing is because people don't, like, even get, like, their second choice. And it's, like, somebody that's, like, on the absolute opposite spectrum that is just as extreme as they are. Or the opposite extreme, if that makes any sense. But I feel like extremism would be able to be countered if we did this numbering system. Because the reason why right-wing and left-wing people are so fucking over the top, like extremists specifically, like I'm talking about right-wing and left-wing extremists are so over the top, is because that's all people can do. I feel like these like cult followings would not form as a thing if we did have a system like this. Because that is true. If somebody puts like, okay, like their one candidate is like, oh yeah, of course they really want that number one candidate, right? But then if it's like 2 or 3, then basically everybody will at least get their second or third choice sometimes. Like, it's pretty guaranteed that somebody will either get their second or third choice. And it's very unlikely that the 4th or 5th or 6th one will, because the 4th, 5th, and 6th one will not win. So, it's very, very interesting to me. Or if they do, it's a very small sum of people, right? The vast majority of people would be voting for like somebody that, even if like, of course there's all the people that would really love it, but then there'll be people that just, you know, that are very that really like it. And then there will be other people that will be like, okay, yeah, this works, right? This is somebody that's actually going to still do something that actually would be something that I want, right? That's like a weirdly perfect system, you know. But unfortunately, I just don't. Call me weird, but it is unfortunate we did not discover this before, because if we did, I feel like a government power would not be so corrupt, because then corporations can't just fund. Because here's the thing is, let's say corporations put a shitload of money into like one candidate, right? Or they put it into like, and even if they try to spread it amongst a few candidates, right? Like they'll be spreading their money like too thin, and by a certain point, they may not even get the candidate they want, right? Because the funny thing is, and this is the reason why a direct democracy is more important, because if we have a direct democracy, all of a sudden, like, we have the power to basically make it where everything can work for everyone. And instead of these guys doing major moves, right? Because every political candidate always makes like some fucking crazy ass moves that normally like people go bonkers for, right? But instead, maybe if we had a candidate that just nudges things in the right direction, all of a sudden we have somebody that actually would do probably a lot better. And let's be honest, maybe economical issues wouldn't be as big of a deal, right? Or we wouldn't have we would have as much economical issues as we do now, right? Obviously that's too hopeful, but again, we would get competent people, which sounds, you know, which I know sounds fucking crazy for politics, but we would probably genuinely get like someone competent, like, because I doubt that everybody will vote for somebody that like I mean, well, I don't know. It's like, I doubt everyone will vote for like, or the person that will win will be the person that is the loudest, if that makes any sense. It will actually be someone that is genuinely like smart. Like, if that makes any sense. It sounds crazy, but it probably would be someone that is like pro-science, pro-religion, like, you know, pro-progression, like, you know, like fucking abortion and shit, probably, but that one's a little touchy. But like, you know, like pro-LGBTQ and pro-diversity and like, and pro, like, you know, somebody that basically, like, we would get somebody that is very good at being a middle ground person. That sounds crazy, but we would get somebody that is a calm, collected, like, it would not be a sporting event, it would be a professional, it would be like a professional meeting amongst, like, just humanity. It would be calm, it would be collected, it would be fine, right? Because then all of a sudden, huge as, giant as freaking, like, you know, events would probably be a little less preferable at that time. Or be a little less preferable, because then you'd get somebody that is just calm and collected, rather than somebody that is bombastic and fucking way too loud. Because that's kind of the problem. Every candidate has been bombastic, loud, or fucking has no goddamn, or has no sense of time. It's ridiculous. They don't know where the fuck they are most of the time. It would genuinely work. Sorry, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, like, I get that we're talking about politics, but this is like a genuine more, like, this is a more, like, nuanced idea, right? This is a more nuanced idea that actually is, like, talking about, like, some important shit that really should exist. Like, you know, this isn't like talking about, oh, fuck candidate A and candidate B, fuck politics. Like, no, this is like a genuine thing of something that probably everyone, and I mean fucking everyone, can agree on. So, hold on, one sec. Alrighty. I'm back. No, shit. Alright. You guys didn't start a fire while I was gone, right? Yeah. I don't know. This is just genuinely... Anyway, sorry. This is just interesting. I like this. Am I alone? I think I might be by myself. Oof. Pain. Unfortunate.
Referred to as instant runoff.
But the system is also known as preferential voting or ranked choice voting.
Interesting.
And instant runoff doesn't just affect the voters, it affects how the candidates behave towards each other.
It was the Minneapolis mayor's race 2013. They were using ranked choice voting. The incumbent mayor had stepped down, and there were all of these people came out from the woodwork wanting to be mayor. There were 35 candidates. And
wow.
So you would think if there's 35 candidates, you'd want to dunk on someone, you'd want to like kind of elbow yourself into the spotlight. That's not what happened. These 35 candidates, all of them were really nice to each other. They were all super cordial, super polite, to the degree that at the end of the final mayoral debate, they all came together and they sang Kumbaya.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, if you are somebody that is probably being over the top and like attacking each other for a not just had that great cool then I gotta play this again because this is actually kind of fucking bonkers how different this is on.
And instant runoff, this keeps happening until one candidate has a majority of the votes.
This is mathematically identical to holding repeated elections. It just saves the time and hassle, so it's referred to as instant runoff.
But the system is also known as preferential voting or ranked choice voting. And instant runoff doesn't
the word choice as well.
Just affect the voters. It affects how the candidates behave towards each other.
It was the Minneapolis mayor's race 2013. They were using ranked choice voting. The incumbent mayor had stepped down, and there were all of these people came out from the woodwork wanting to be mayor. There were 35 candidates. And so you would think if there's 35 candidates, you'd want to dunk on someone, you'd want to like kind of elbow yourself into the spotlight. That's not what happened. These 35 candidates, all of them were really nice to each other. They were all super cordial, super polite, to the degree that...
Hello, furry artist. I'm here to request you to draw my human character.
Debate. They all came together and they sang Kumbaya together.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry. I'll get to you in just a sec, irregular guy. Sorry. First off, how was work? If you didn't work today, how was errands? If you didn't do errands today, how was your day in general? I hope it went well for you. Okay. So first off, yeah, that's the best thing about this as well. Like, because of the fact that, like, it's all by a number system, it's not necessarily a... Nobody really, like, the loudest person probably would be the person that everybody would vote, like, on the lowest on the board, right? Which means that everybody had, like, all of the candidates have to be civil, they have to act normal, they have to act professional. This is how politics used to be. Like, this is how it used to be because at the time, people thought that that was the best way to act when it came to like a system, right? But the funny thing is, if we had this system where we had a little number system where people could vote like whatever number that they want that person, you know, like who they want to be the candidate versus not, then all of a sudden, rather than just a single person being voted like each time and then wasting their vote and then being pissed off anyway, it's actually way more respectful that, like, you probably get competent people like this, right? It's great to even figure out that the fact that, like, this system works so fucking well because of the fact that this system, like, that, it's, the fact that, like, the choice system, like, works like that, right? It's the fact that you just get people that are good at their jobs. People that focus on their jobs rather than just focusing on fame and fortune. This is why I don't like fucking celebrity bullshit. Because shit like this would not be because celebrities are the reason why we're in this. Our current president's a celebrity. Every president's been a fucking celebrity. Every goddamn giant politician has been a fucking celebrity, and I'm tired of it. And this is a good way to break the goddamn cycle. And I don't mind that shit, right? It's ironic, but it's true. It fucking works when you have people that actually genuinely just do their job well. I don't know. The system has been a failure for me when I was, been a failure for me. So it's like me and many other people. So it would, be good to do something like this. But in order to get that, you have to kind of do some fucking crazy shit in order to make it possible. And you have to but this is kind of the reason why why focusing on state politics is so important, because if you can get this system involved in your state, then because this doesn't have to be like a system that has to start nationwide, right? You can start with your state, or start with start even with your region, right? Start with your city, or start with your same region, then start with your then go to your city, then go from city to state, then go from state to, or not state, sorry, go from state to, no, city to county, and then county to state, and then state to eventually, and then try to get other states to try to do it, and then you go from all states doing it to nationwide, to the level where we can actually get every place to now vote for somebody that actually people want. That sounds crazy, and I know it sounds fucking impossible, but it's not, right? The fact that you can get a person that, even if it's not your first choice, you can still get your second choice or your third choice, in there, and then what's even fucking crazier about it is, yeah, sure, that might be your third choice, but that could be someone else's first choice, or that could be someone else's fourth choice, or that could be someone else's second choice, right? All of a sudden, everyone is happy, or not everyone, but the vast majority of the population is actually happy with a candidate that, let's be fucking frank, probably does the exact thing that they promised to do. Things that politicians are famous for not doing. That's the craziest thing. Actually having a politician keep their goddamn promise.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi, how you doing, Warjackal? You missed a huge piece of missed a huge fucking piece of what we were talking about. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the craziest thing, man. You have that number system, and again, everybody gets exactly the candidate they're looking, even if they, like I said, they may not get their number one choice, but again, they could get their number 2 or 3 choice, right? And again, after the voting's over, nobody's fucking at each other's throats, trying to be oh, this person shouldn't have won. Oh, fuck you. You should go die in hell. You should go die and get fucked up, and go fuck yourself. It wouldn't be happening like that, right? The craziest thing is we would not have as much corruption if it was that kind of number system, because then it wouldn't be able to be possible for corporations to do that, right? Because corporations would have to put a lot of money into one candidate, and if they wasted on the wrong candidate and everybody finds out, oh, weird, fucking Walmart decided to pay I'm an avid technocrat. Well, here's what they said, right? There's this party system, right, called a choice party. Hold on, let me make sure that I'm finding this right. So it's called a, sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, ranked choice voting, which essentially what happens, isn't that system already well known, just not widely implemented? Yeah, it's heavily known. Yes, a literal philosopher is a person, like, I don't remember exactly the dude's name, but like it's if you've actually, like, you know, read anything about, like, not philosophy, but I don't know if he was a philosopher. He's huge in literature, right? It's like a French dude that's like huge in literature. He was like the guy that was like during the French Revolution.
Not a strict technocracy.
Technocracy. Yeah. Well, that's the problem, right? It's like we wouldn't need, like, to focus on, like, you know, Democrat or Republican or have just a two-party system. We could have like a 20-party system. And you know, what would be great is because of that balance, corporations can't just pay for one specific candidate of one specific party and then have that party win, right? Instead, they would have, like, you know, because corporations only have to choose a Democrat or a Republican, right? And it's pretty fucking easy to do that because now it's like, okay, then you just got to make that person of that party popular because everyone would just from that party would vote for that, right? So it's like, or that person. And even if they didn't vote for that person, like, their party would have technically won, but they didn't want that person from that party, so everybody's dissatisfied, right? But when you have a ranked voting system, all of a sudden, people can bring a numbering system in place where if somebody's first choice isn't picked, then their second or third choice is, and everybody is happy with the candidate that they had, or with the candidate that was voted for, right? Because, like, and we wouldn't have extremists if that was the case. I mean, we would have extremists, but extremists would be going back to being seen as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because here's the thing, extremists, literally a decade ago, were seen as crazy people. They were seen as people that were bonkers and fucking had no say in anything because they were insane. It didn't matter whether you were left-wing or right-wing or Democrat or Republican or fucking, or like, you know, like liberal or conservative. If you were an extremist, you were seen as an extremist and you were seen as, like, you did not have a platform and people did not want to give you a platform. The fact that, like, I can explain it, but I hate nerding out. You're good, man. If you want to, go for it. Nerd out, because there's a lot of nerds and geeks here. What do I call it? It's like, the funniest thing is like, yeah, extremists were just seen as the crazy people, but because they're so good, because of, like, all the bullshit that's happening, people have resorted to listening to goddamn extremism. And that's the worst thing about it. I fucking hate extremism. It's like, I've definitely fallen into the trap myself, and I've recognized how much I've fallen into the trap a few times. It's like, I fucking do not like extremists. It's like, it is the reason why we are where we are to this day. Isn't that still the case? Hold on. I can't explain it, but I hate. Okay, hold on.
Smiley face.
Isn't that still the case? What's still the case? Hi, Bullet. How you doing? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope I'm doing 12 for you. How have you been? What have you been up to lately? Mr. Funny Man of the internet?
Doesn't just affect the voters, it affects how the candidates behave towards each other.
It was the Minneapolis mayor's race 2013. They were using ranked choice voting. The incumbent mayor had stepped down, and there were all of these people came out from the woodwork wanting to be mayor. There were 35 candidates. And so you would think if—
Which, again, even with that many people as well, that's a high number, and that's great. Because that means that there is a way bigger choice than there would have been before with the old system.
There's 35 candidates. You'd want to dunk on someone. You'd want to, like, kind of elbow yourself into the spotlight. That's not what happened. These 35 candidates, all of them were really nice to each other. They were all super cordial, super polite, to the degree that at the end of the final
I'm doing all right. How about you, Bullet?
They all came together and they sang Kumbaya.
Let's see. Extremism is not considered worth. It's not worth considering in most places.
Hello party people.
Here's the problem, though. Hi, Pinarchy. How was work? If you didn't work today, how's errands? If you didn't do errands today, how's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Yeah, so here's the best part about that, though.
America is just kinda screwed because the entire system is already relatively far right.
It's either far right or far left. People are either way too much to the right or way too much to the left. Here's the problem. Well, no, that's a lie. Sorry. Most people, I'm gonna say this, and people are gonna fucking hate me for this, but most people are typically around, like, are not on the far left or far right spectrum, right? Like, typically, with a vast majority of people, right? Everybody is usually in the middle most of the time. Not super in the middle, but some people lean a little bit more right or left because that's just kind of human, right? That's just a human thing to do. And essentially, oops, hold on.
Didn't do much, but I got to carve some pumpkins after YouTubers, so that was really fun.
Ooh, that sounds fun as hell. Wait, carve them as YouTubers? Oof. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know. You know how I feel about that, about YouTubers, but it's fine. I'm not judging. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm trying to, sorry. Make this work a little better. There we go. Okay. So here's the thing. So let's start with the easy ones, right? So pretty much, like, obviously we got typical, what do I call it? We got the extremists, right? Which usually just fall way the fuck.
I sent you a picture on Discord and let me know how it turned out.
Fall way the fuck on the edges, or fall way the fuck on the edges of their side, right? They don't listen to any side, they don't hear any side, they don't ever, like, try to bring this as a conversation. They don't try to communicate in any way. Both of them don't do jack shit, right? They're both assholes. They both think that they're right. Nobody else is correct, and everything must be done their way, right? But then there are literally the average person, which most people typically, let's say, okay, you're like a Christian person, right? Like a person that likes Christianity, and you know, you drive, I don't know, you drive like a car, right? And you know, your wealth is not amazing, but you're like semi, you know, you're living still semi paycheck to paycheck, right? You're pretty close to the edge, right? Typically you would be somewhere over here, right? And then of course there is like the paycheck to paycheck person, customer service worker, that typically, let me restart that. Let me start with maybe like the yeah, actually no, that is about it. Let me say customer service worker that is working like a shitty 9-to-5 job, that is like, you know, I don't know, a gay man, right? Black man, whatever, someone of a different race, right? Typically this person would follow a little bit more to the left. I also recognize I reversed it, shut up. And essentially they would end up being what do you call it? They would end up being a little bit more how do you say it? Leaning a little bit more left.
Are you referring to extremism as like some kind of severe stubbornness?
Yes. I'm talking about content creator extremism. Not necessarily these guys are fucking content creators. These are celebrities. Not like, these aren't like the people, not the people in the middle, but the people that are on, like, what do you call it? The people that are on the edges, they're celebrities. This is what I'm talking about. The fame. The people that have all the fame and all the fortune, right? The people that are clearly using these people over here to make them, like, try to take their side rather than actually communicate with the person that, like, that actually might align with them a little bit better. The person that doesn't want a bunch of bullshit happening 24/7, right? You know. Oh shit. Yeah. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, if you, again, like I said, you know, typical, probably Southern guy, like, right? Probably still a dude that's, like, pro-American, but he's pro-American, not anti-immigrant or anything like that, right? Most usually aren't. Like, this is kind of the, like, I don't even want to bring up that shit, right? Like, they're not anti, like, you know, LGBTQ or anti like black person, right? Or a person that's like the oh I'm not racist person because I have a black friend type person, right? You know, typically those people can fall on a different kind of spectrum, right? Those people can end up like they could end up like a little bit more over here, right? But they also can end up over here. Because they're aware
That's
of
less
it,
extremism and more celebrities, influencers, and other public figures participating in a propaganda machine.
aka extremism. Yes. People that pump propaganda are extremists. I don't care what you say, because the only people that pump extremism are celebrities. I do not know a single fucking person that actually uses, like, you know, that, or just people that are evil. Let's be honest. I mean, these people are blatantly evil. They use influencers. They use public figures. They use, like, people's anger to do that shit. That is extremism. I don't, like, people do not, like, you want to try to rub this gray line? There's no gray line to extremists. They are jackasses. They are like this. This is who they are. They are people that want to make you think every single way that, like, everything that they're doing and every policy that exists is by the books, like, you know, correct. When most of the time it's a
Pumping propaganda is different from being an extremist.
It is not, though. It is really not, because if you are an extremist, you pump propaganda. People that pump propaganda are the extremists. Because here's the thing, you're not, this person is spewing this shit to everybody, right? No matter what it is, right? Even if they're not like the content creator, right? They're a lot of times the person spewing the bullshit that content creators say, right? They spew the bullshit that people like internet celebrities say. I know this because I am trying to get a friend out of it right now. He is like, he's gotten himself too far into extremism, and I'm trying to show him the absolute fucking terrible nature of extremism and how fucking dangerous it can be, right? You got people that sabotage shit, right? You got people that burn shit, right? Those people are like also semi in between these people, right? Buy into, yeah, exactly. Literally monetizing, like, don't get me wrong, these people definitely monetize off of them too, right? They monetize off of the people that, like, that typically wouldn't give them money either, right? Everybody monetizes off of these fucking people, like, or these people, all of these extremist dudes monetize heavily off of these guys, and it's just, it's fucked up. In the end, it's greedy, it's selfish, and it's annoying. It doesn't need to exist, and it really could just be this thing where people can just genuinely have a conversation. Like, I don't like greed. I know I'm an
politics, it seems like.
Yeah, politicians too, yeah, for sure. Politicians are definitely people that they're just in it for themselves all the time as well, right? They'll always, they're with these guys, obviously, but like everybody is trying, like a lot of these people that are on this side, if they are over here, they're trying to make money off of you most of the time, right? Try to make money off of you or try to sell you for money, you know? It's like, it just, that's the reality we live in, right now. And it's absolutely awful. That's the reason why this type of system right here, like the system that he's talking about here, like actually makes a lot of sense, right? It doesn't matter really what alignment you are by that point. Like, by this point, it would be just having competent people in power instead of, you know, billionaires. Instead of fucking, you know, the ultra wealthy, you know. It's like, it would be nice to actually have people that actually know what the fuck they're doing sometimes. And, you know, it's clearly showed that people genuinely have, like, some kind of, you know, it genuinely shows that some people have some kind of fucking, you know, belief. Yeah, I know. We got about 15 minutes of stream, so. Alright, you have a good night, Sushi.
Fellas,
Appreciate
would it be good if I were to cram an AGI into a Pradogen head or not? Or what else would it be? Funny, silly, random tech thing.
Random, probably. All three, probably. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking, I don't trust these people. Like, obviously you shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't trust both of them, no matter what. But it's cool to think about, but it's absolutely not something to work
GN Pin
towards.
Archie.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should be something that we work towards, because like working in a system that doesn't have like that has like a little numbering system instead of a, you know, like I said, like if candidate 1 was like, you know, if candidate 1, 2, like 3, 4, 5, you know, and 6 existed, right? And people voted for like, and person like, you know, all these people like put, you know, decided it's like, okay, yeah, I want 1 to exist, but I would be fine if 2, or if like I don't know, if 5 was like 5 is my second choice, and this person's like, oh yeah, but I want 6 to exist, but then, you know, like 5 is also my second choice, right? You know, and like, and then this poster would be like, well, I want 3, but 5 also seems fine, right? Like all of a sudden you get these consistent
TBH,
people.
if someone were to let an AGI onto the internet, it'd prove the dead internet theory. Or something I don't know.
An AGI onto the internet? It already is on the internet. What are you talking about? Hi, welcome back, Bullet. How was work? Oh, sorry. Welcome back. Sorry. Alright. Anyway. Alright. Yeah. It would be better if, like, I don't know. I'm just tired of the fucking system we have now because it doesn't fucking work anymore. It used to work, but it doesn't in modern day, and it just makes shit so much worse. Not dead through, though. I'm here. Okay, I gotcha. Dead internet theory is saying that the internet is already dead. Well, I thought, well, I don't know, people were trying to say that's dying. Here's the thing, if you believe the internet is dead, then it's dead. If you believe that it's alive, then it's alive. Like, it really depends on what your algorithm says, right? Like, honestly, like, you don't want to give into that shit. I don't believe that the internet is dead. I just believe corporate social media is dead, right? I know I am on corporate social media, but like things like Odyssey and Glomble do a pretty good job, and Newgrounds obviously, because fucking Newgrounds, but like they do a pretty good job trying to maintain the integrity in you know, entertainment. YouTube is getting there. Oh, 1000%.
Do you guys know what an AGI even means? It's a theoretical AI with human-level intelligence and maybe consciousness.
Yes, I know. I've been told that shit a million fucking times, and I'm tired of hearing about fucking robots. I'm sorry, I don't like robots. It's like, call me a Luddite all you fucking want, but I don't like robots. If I didn't have
the average internet, though? Nah, it's kinda alive.
Average internet, though? No, it's kinda alive. Yeah, well, internet is alive. It's just, the internet is alive, but corporate social media is dying. Do you see the picture yet? What picture? Oh my god. Yes? Yeah? Yeah, no, they just left that big thing in my room. I put it out in the living room so they can...
No, I meant like a bunch of shit on the floor. It's like, in our bedroom, there was like a bunch of broken glass and shit.
Yeah, there was a bunch of fucking, like chips on the floor. Not chips, but like the little pieces, like, fucking shit scattered everywhere.
MySpace is dead, LMAO.
Yeah, I had a vacuum earlier because I was trying to get shit off of my stuff, so... Yeah, I gotcha. MySpace is dead. Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah, but obviously, like I said, there's other places for it. Here's the thing, when social media first started, it was social media, right? Like, I know a lot of y'all probably don't remember it, but when the internet was still, like, when I was on the internet, right? When I was, like, early 2000s, right? Like, it was early to late 2000s, 2010s, 2010 to 2015. The internet was more used for socializing, right? For actually talking to each other, right? Technically, corporate social media. YouTube is technically... It's not technically corporate social media. It is corporate social media. I know that because we ended up
YouTube
making
isn't even
it.
a tube.
It is not anymore, no. Like, here's the problem. We started this shit, unfortunately. Not you guys, but me. Me, as well as many of, like, as well as many people that use social media, we made YouTube the way that it is. We ended up giving it so much goddamn, like, attention and pushing the internet so much onto everybody that now this is the consequence, is that the world is fucking falling apart because we fucking thought that the internet was so great and had so much things that people that, oh man, these our parents don't understand, and now our parents are like a part of, like, victims of this shit. You know, I am definitely to blame for this shit with making fucking, you know, with us like trying to act like YouTubers were
But anyway,
worth
who was
more
that guy
than
you were talking
anything.
to?
What guy? Bullet? Oh, you mean my roommate? Watch a documentary comparing internet sites to ghost towns? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's not a documentary, it's like a 10-minute video, or 5-minute video. Yeah, I know, it's Hank Green. I know. Yeah, it's... How do I explain it? It's like, the problem is, it's not. That's just highly false. I don't know how to explain it. It's super false. Like, the internet is not dead. Like, YouTube and TikTok and, you know, Instagram and fucking all these corporate social medias are destroying themselves. Newgrounds is very well and alive. For Affinity, I don't know about you, but fucking yeah, it's very much very alive, you know? It's like, it's very much very alive. As much as there's so much fucking porn on it, yes, it is alive, right? Like, Global is still getting its hind legs, right? Odyssey is definitely alive, for sure, you know? And even then, yes, even Rumble is alive. Even Rumble is doing fine. Like, it is not dead. The internet is not dead. You know, don't get me wrong, Google is trying to kill it, but as long as people, like, you know, as long as people don't trust in AI, we should be fine. That is the thing.
I don't know about that. I think that texture is good. Like, bruh, it's just hair.
Texture is good? What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about, Kabeko? Yeah, I'm just saying, man. It's like we need to. It's like people just really like to be hopeless, and I'm telling you, it is the opposite of hopeless. I'll tell you that. It is the absolute opposite of hopeless right now. But, you know, some people don't want to pretend like that exists, right? YouTubers want to pretend like the internet is dead. I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret for somebody that's been working for YouTubers for the past 17 years. They only care about themselves, and they will make a big deal about everything. They work for a corporation. They don't actually give, you know... It's like they will out... how do I say this? They're dramatic. Let me say that. YouTubers are very, 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 very dramatic. Excessively dramatic. The reason why they are being so dramatic right now is because AI is because of all the stupid AI slop that's been that definitely is something that has been replicated, like it's their content that's been replicated, and they, you know, buy a fucking robot, but because
anyway,
they're
fellas,
seeing that shit.
What do you guys think the dog is doing?
But them seeing that shit is like, they recognize that they followed an algorithm for so long that they're now like, that they're so afraid that the only people that are gonna actually like get the fan base are the creative people, which is true. That's what's been happening. You may not recognize this, but there are a lot of people that are actually genuinely just doing what they like, having fun and not focusing on a fucking machine every 5 seconds, are the people that are doing something good, right? It's like people that usually complained about like YouTube being, oh, big corporate YouTubers, large YouTubers, like, use YouTube as an scapegoat, even though they work for them and they benefit them heavily. They just like to pretend they don't because they like to pretend they don't because if they're not seen as relatable, then they don't have their fan base anymore. Like, it's more relatable for somebody to be like me, like a fucking person that's worked in customer service for the past 10 fucking years and has been chasing a dream for 17 years, than it is to be a YouTuber that's achieved his dreams and like makes like a bunch of money and owns a house and has a family and goes on vacations and shit, right? That about at least 62% of the US population can't do anymore, right? Because of how much we live paycheck to paycheck, right? Like, it's easier to make someone else the bad guy rather than, it's easier to make someone else the bad guy than it is to take, than it is to be honest. Let me say that. And that's the thing, is people become suckers, And that's not, like I said, it's not the worst. Like I said, it's not that hard to fall for it as well, right? Because they give you an echo chamber, right? They give you an echo chamber, they give you comfort, and they make you not sound like a crazy person, and they make you think you have a voice, right? They make you sound like you have a voice, which, don't get me wrong, it's like you do, but it's just the issue is everybody is more like a hive mind than they are a, everybody is more like, it's more of a group effort than it is a single effort, because YouTubers never have been people's friends, right? And I know you've heard this from a bunch of YouTubers being like, oh, don't have a parasocial relate, like, oh yeah, well, you're not my friend, that kind of thing. But I mean, like, parasocial relationships,
A YouTuber doesn't have to be relatable to be successful. It's a niche for sure, but it's also definitely not the only one.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. That's the reason why people don't like YouTubers now, and the reason why I don't like YouTubers. I don't like YouTubers because they've stabbed me in the back multiple fucking times, and spoiled fucking brats have pissed me the fuck off to the level where I'm like, I'm tired of working for them, right? But it's like, but even but before then, it's always been a thing. This has always been a thing, I'll tell you that. But before then, you used to have to be relatable before you ended up getting a subscriber. You had to actually be personal, and you had to put your own personal touches into everything. And it didn't matter how good the production was. I mean, the production was nearly impossible to be good, but it was about relatability rather than, not even relatability. It was about being real. It was about being real than it was about being than just trying to prove someone right or wrong, right? It wasn't pointing fingersville. It was actually people genuinely trying to make a connection and a community with their audience, and not even necessarily unintentional. And everybody's incentive was more social, was a social aspect, right? The whole point of the reason why people were even doing it in the first place was to try to connect with people that were, that felt the same way, and actually genuinely try to talk and meet these people in reality. It's just, eventually it got extremely out of hand to the level where people were getting like thousands and thousands of subscribers, and then ended up getting into like the hundreds of thousands, and then people are like, okay, and then the reality started hitting these people to the level where they're like, holy fuck, I just became a fucking celebrity when I was trying to talk to people, when I was trying to just genuinely meet people in reality, because people treated it more like MySpace or more like a social media platform, like being social and talking to people, than it was about, yeah. It got to millions eventually, but millions didn't start coming until about, I want to say 2012, mainly. Like, the first YouTube channel to hit 1 million subscribers was Fred. And Fred didn't get 1 million subscribers until, I want to say, 2010, 2011? Hold on. No, that had to be... no, that's way too late. Trying to think. When was... Hold on. Let me just look it up. Fuck it. He was the first one to hit 1 million subscribers. It wasn't that popular to hit 1 million either, too. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, never mind. It was 2006. Yeah, I mean... How do I say this? At the time, it was a way to connect with people, right? But obviously, YouTube became something a lot bigger than what people expected it to be. That's the thing is, because before this was MySpace and Newgrounds, right? And back then, it was art, like, with Newgrounds, it was artists trying to talk to other artists to be like, hey, you know, it's like, hey, I want to make this version, like, want to make something with, you know, and it usually was a video game character, video game XYZ character, do video game XYZ thing, you want to do this with me? And usually a lot of times people would, like, talk to each other while drawing. And yes, that used to be a thing. People used to genuinely talk to each other for a conversation, like just a genuine conversation while drawing or while playing a video game. It didn't really matter either way. People used to genuinely have real connections in the real world, not real world, on the internet, and it was nice, right? Like, it was nice. There was accepting communities and accepting places. And it just feels like nowadays, even when I try to do that in real life, like, people just kind of want something out of you now, which is just fucking not human, if that makes any sense. It's just, communities are broken apart because of the internet now, rather than being together, which is just fucking bonkers to me. People are in it for the goddamn, like, in it for just themselves, rather than being in it for, like, a communal, like, connecting with a community of people. And don't get me wrong, yes, you are in it yourselves, right? You know, you are in it yourself and you put yourself in it, right? And you are in it for yourself, right? Because, duh, you wouldn't be there if you weren't. But there used to be something before, right? It used to be about, like, having fun rather than money. You know, and I get that, yes, Jacksepticeye said the same exact thing, but, like, that full-blown, the moment he said that shit, it was downright the most respect, like, I fucking have the most respect for him now because of that shit. Because he's right, you know? It's just, once it started becoming about income, all of a sudden, people just started becoming jackasses. Like, you know, and ever since the gig economy became so large, like, ever since the internet got big, now everyone wants to just make money off of people, which is just not human. Like, it just isn't, dude. That shit used to be shamed so much back in the day, but now it's like, now it's just preferable. Now a bunch of people do it preferably because, you know, you can. People face a fucking robot rather than actually, like, doing something themselves because they, you know, because they want to, right? Or they follow a machine, and a lot of people are just getting pissed off that the machine is starting to do what they used to do, rather than somebody that genuinely just wanted to make something because they wanted to, right? The reason why artists aren't as afraid as content creators, which, yes, that there is a completely different thing, the reason why artists are not afraid of AI is because of the fact that we're artists and we can kind of, and we don't really give too much of a shit. We never really made that much profit from this type of stuff anyway in the first place. And to be honest, if our industry is gonna burn, we'd rather burn with it because we care about the integrity of art. Not everybody, but most people care about the integrity of actually being an artist. Because being a true, genuine artist does not mean that you can just draw, right? It doesn't mean that you can draw. Being an artist means that you have a form of that you have to express yourself in the best way you can, right? That is what being an artist is about. And to be honest, a lot of people don't do that. Even artists don't. Even people that call themselves artists don't. You know? It's not easy to... I get it. It's not easy to express yourself, but... Well, actually, it is easy to express yourself. For me, it is, though. Like I said. But... oh my god. Okay, I need to go get some water, because I'm like... My throat's drying out. One sec. I gotta go get some water, because my throat is fucking dry. Okay. Anyway, I am back. Yeah. I'm just... Look, I'm like, this is the thing, man. People just... I don't have much of my lifespan left, right? You know, I don't. I really, really don't. Like, I've had so many scares, like, very recently, and things are just getting much, much worse. And, like, it's kind of pointless to try to, like, you know, expand it now, if that makes any sense. So it's like, I've gotten to the level where I've gotten to the level where, like, art is just the thing that I want to die on this chair. Let me say that. If I am going to die, I'm going to die doing something I love. And I don't care, right? You know. It's like, I genuinely do enjoy this. Whether it is finished or not does not really matter. I have a file that is ready whenever, like, you know, whenever it's ready to be sent out, and I'll just send it to the rest of, like, you know, everybody in, like, chat or whatnot, right? You know, like, but I don't know, man. Artists genuinely care about the art side of things, right? Not all, but The vast majority don't just draw, we express ourselves. And if people like can't see that, then that's fine. It wasn't necessarily for the people that don't understand art anyway. It was for the people that do, you know. Or for the people that wanted to try, right? Not everybody can understand the meaning of art, you know. Not everybody is human, you know. And I know that sounds crazy, but everybody can act human, but not everybody's brain wants to be human. It's been proven, you know. And the more disconnected from life you are, the more people just, how do I say it? The more disconnected from life you are, the more you're gonna get, like, some, sorry, like, you're gonna have a tough time. I don't know. Or not even tough time, but yeah, like, you'll be the last to live, but what's the point of living if, you know, what's the point of living if you're gonna live it alone, you know? It's like the world is burning, right? It is burning and it is getting crushing and everything is dying, right? But here's the problem. I would rather be dead and burn with the rest of the planet than be alive with these fucking gritty ass billionaires that don't recognize their consequences until after the world is fucking ashes. And that's the thing, is they may never do that shit, but they will. But by the end, you know, they will look at this fucking planet. I don't think this will be how far it will go, but if it does, they will look at this goddamn planet, recognizing everything that's been left behind, and then just completely have some insane, maybe not insane doubt, but they'll feel just like shit. And they can't blame anyone anymore. They'll try, but if they're the only ones left, what the fuck is the point, right? They'll be soulless, empty, and die the way that they should. Without a point. Pointlessly, I should say. You know, everybody is gonna die pointlessly, but I mean, like, they'll die with something they never wanted. So, you know, you can't pay for happiness. Everybody says you can, and I know people are like, yes, well, you can buy happiness. In some senses of the word, sure, you could buy stability for happiness, but you are the only person that can choose, how happy, like, you know, that can, how do I say this, adjust yourself to being happy, you know? Obviously, I'm getting too preachy by this fucking point, but, you know, I don't even know if anyone's here. People are just probably freaking, like, well, it's like, what the hell is this old man yapping about? Alright. Oh, excuse me. I can by myself. Yes, I am by myself. Womp womp. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, shut up, me.